Yo, what is up everyone? This is your boy Nemesis and welcome to another Tekken 7 YouTube video. And today my boys, we're looking at picking a main in Tekken 7 Season 4. Now, this would depend heavily on 3 to 4 factors, I think. That'll be casual, whether you're a casual player, whether you're a semi-pro player, and whether you're a pro player. So let's say 3 factors to keep it short. A casual player entails someone who just bought the game for the fact of wanting to play it, press some buttons, story mode, not really knowledgeable on the game, frame data, strings, punishment, stuff like that. You just want to mash and play some cool-ass characters, so that's the casual section of things. Semi-pro would entail someone who is knowledgeable of the game, takes part in a few tournaments, pushes ranked, stuff like that. And pro player is, the usual, the Knees, the Anakins, someone that actually plays the game sort of for a living, someone sponsored, someone who takes part in tournaments, travels and all that stuff. So those are the 3 factors I'll base this video on: casual, semi-pro and pro. Now this game has a shitload of characters. Right now I think we have 50, if I'm not wrong, 49 or 50 of them. And to be honest with you, personally for me it's very difficult to stick to one character because there's just so many cool ass characters in this game. Now, as a casual player, I'll keep it very simple. As a casual player, just pick the coolest character you think is to you. It doesn't matter whether they're trash. I'm sure you won't even have any idea whether it's a good character or not, because it's just pressing buttons and exploring the game. So pick a character that looks good in your opinion. You think Devil Jin is sick, play him. You think Steve is sick, you see the sways, the punches and stuff, pick Steve. Brian, Savage, Beast, play Brian. It might be, there are different factors that define how cool a character is to you personally. There are so many different. It might be a move, it might be what they say, it might be what they wear, how they look. There are so many different factors. So you can choose any character based on any of those factors. It doesn't really matter. Just pick whoever you think is cool to you. That's the first and pretty much only reason of picking a main in this game if you're a casual player. Now let's move on to semi-pro player. Now semi-pro, I would say I am a semi-pro player because I've taken part in tournaments. I study this game. I'm knowledgeable. I do push ranked, stuff like that. So now as a semi-pro, you think to yourself, do I want to stick to one character? 1. Do I want to stick to multiple characters? 2. And it depends on how you also study this game. There are loyalists in this game. Now those are people that pretty much stick to one character because it's good enough for them. They're so cool to them, doesn't really matter. Like the rest of the cast does not mean shit to them because of how good, how cool they think their character is. So as a semi-pro player, if you're a loyalist and you have difficulties using any other characters, because I hear it's a huge problem with loyalists, they find difficulties in playing other characters as well, then I suggest you stick to that character for the sake of tournaments only. Stick to that character for tournaments, but in other game modes like ranked and just casuals with friends and stuff like that, I suggest you play the rest of the characters because 1, you paid for this game, you want your money's worth. You really want your money's worth. That's first reason. 2, it's always good to try out other characters. People don't really talk about this a lot, but that's one of the biggest steps to getting good in Tekken. You have to have knowledge of the characters, not just by facing them, by playing them as well. Have a feel of the characters. It's a really good, trust me, it's a really good strategy. So if you're a loyalist and you really don't wanna, mess around with any other characters, that's fine. But I suggest you just try them out, practice mode, even treasure battle, unlock a certain costume for that character, just try them out. It's a good thing. And finally, what I want to talk about is usually when you start playing other characters, you fall in love with those characters. That's a huge problem. It might actually change you from being a loyalist. You might actually start playing a lot more characters. So that's a risk to this sort of strategy I'm talking about. So if you're a loyalist, keep that in mind, because bro, you play King, you try out, Julia, you're gonna fall in love with Julia if you keep playing her for a long time. So it's risky. So as for me, I'm not really a loyalist, first of all. Like I said, there are so many factors that determine how cool a certain character is. So for me, for example, I really played this game. I started playing this game in Tekken 5, to be honest with you. Like I used to mash in Tekken 3. I was really young. I didn't play Tekken 4. Tag 1, I just used to watch my brothers play it. But I picked up Tekken 5 and I had a bit of knowledge. Bro, when I saw this character, I was like, what? The sways look sick as shit. You know, punches left and right. It's like a legit boxer. I fell in love with Steve. So Steve was pretty much the first character I picked. I played Steve for a while, then I saw Raven. That's the OG Blade Raven from Tekken 5. I started playing Raven as well. I fell in love with Raven. I played Beck after that. I played a lot of Beck. I tried Jin a bit. I used to love his his Savage Sword War combo. I used to love that move. That's the reason I tried Jin. And then I played Bruce. Bruce, I ended up falling in love with Bruce as well. Then Tekken 6 came out, and boom, this guy was released. I saw the trailer, and I was like, bro, he is anime as shit. I wanna play Lars. I wanna play Lars. So Lars, till this day, till now, is my favorite character in the entire franchise. To me, he's cool. People talk shit about his hair, but yeah, it is kind of shitty. But I love the way he's so anime-esque. You know, I love the dashes, silent entry, dynamic entry. He's sick. That's the reason I fell in love with Lars. Then I tried, let's see, Tekken 6. I didn't really explore many characters that much. Ooh, this guy. I tried Lei in Tekken 6 as well, because that's when they changed a lot about Lei in Tekken 6. They gave him like the stances on the ground, he used to lay down and everything. I fell in love with that stuff, and like his Jackie Chan, like come on, the animal stances, all those are so hype. I fell in love with Lei. So at that point, I played Lars, I played Lei, I played Steve, I played Bruce. Bruce is actually I think Bruce was my second favorite from Lars. Because Bruce was my favorite martial art in the game. Muay Thai was my favorite martial art in the game, so I loved Bruce for that. Anyway, don't make this a story about me. So then Tag came out, then that even just got worse. I picked up a lot of characters in Tag 2. I played Leo, I picked up Dragunov, I picked up Lee, Angel, Kunimitsu. It just became crazy. Feng, I played a lot of Feng as well. So you see where I'm going with this. Once you start exploring characters, it really changes like your mentality. You're able to alter between characters. So for me as of right now, I can say, look at I'm a Lars main. I mean Lars because, you know, I'm a Lars loyalist, but I play different characters. I play so many characters. If you're familiar with my channel, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's just the way it is. So don't be discouraged if you're like me and play multiple characters, bro. If you're still able to do well in tournament, that doesn't really matter. Play any freaking character you want. As long as they're cool, just play with them. But if you're a semi-pro and focus heavily on tournaments, I highly suggest you stick to 2 or 3 characters for tournaments. You need a bit of pocket characters, because Tekken 7 right now is in a place where you need like top tiers now to win, which I really hate. Like you can win with any character, like true, you can, but it's just way harder. It is way harder. So just play who you want, bro. Semi-pro, it doesn't matter. Pro, as a pro player, if there is someone watching this video who is actually sponsored and taking part in tournaments, bro, this one is a very difficult one, because it pretty much comes back to what I said about being a semi-pro. Now, as a pro, at this point, you have knowledge of a lot of characters in this game. Like, you just have to. So, as a pro, and I'm not even gonna hide this, bro, just pick a top tier. Just, if you have a sponsor, different sponsors have different conditions. Make top 16, you know, get out of your pool, make top 8. Bro, pick the freaking top tiers. I don't care. I don't care if you freaking main Lily, you love Lily, bro. If you're sponsored and you're really traveling, pick a freaking top tier. Pick a top tier. If there's money on the line, it don't matter. It don't matter. But if you're a pro and a very good loyalist, someone that comes to buying this JDCR, before Tekken became what it is now, he's been rocking Dragunov for a long ass time. He's been rocking AK and Heihachi from Tekken 6. So like I said in the semi-pro section of things, keep it 2 or 3 characters at best. Nobi has been rocking Dragunov, but he switches to Steve now, because Steve is top tier obviously. See what I mean? Ni, top tiers only. Steve, Paul. Let's see, he puts out Devojin once in a while. Geese, Lohai, Shaheen, and Steve. But he's been rocking Shaheen for a long time. So like I said, as a loyalist, you can still be good. As a loyalist pro, you can still be good. But it requires a lot of work. Like I said, it requires a lot of work. Not as much as meaning a lot of characters, which is a good thing about being a loyalist. So you know, it's really, but for me, I just think you have to pick the good characters, bro, at high pro level. You have to pick the good characters. Oh yeah, Anakin as well. He's been rocking Jack and he does well. So pro, semi loyalist, you can still be good. But for me, I was just playing the really good characters, like the bastard characters is what I suggest. Alright, so I hope this video wasn't as long as I wanted it to be. So overall, I just say play who you want. It doesn't matter what other people think. If you're a casual player, if you're semi-pro, mess around with a lot of characters. But if you're a loyalist as well, you can still be good. You can still take part in tournaments. You can still win. So that's it. I really hope it got, you know, a few of you to heed this advice. You know, people, there's a thing about pride in Tekken, having pride with certain characters. Like, bro, he's my main. I've been playing him since Tekken 3. You know, I can't wait to use him. It doesn't really matter, bro. You can change your main in Tekken 7. It doesn't really matter. As long as you find that character cool as shit. Leroy is cool. It doesn't matter if he's broken or people complain about him. Just play him, bro. If you love the character, play him. So that's it, guys. I can keep on ranting on and on, but I don't want the video to be long. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. And please leave a like and subscribe. Support your boy. G.